Soft piano music plays. Rain drizzles over a quiet street. A girl in an expensive car wipes her tears, mascara running down her cheeks. A boy on an old bike stops beside her. Arushi Mehta had everything money could buy: luxury, fame, and followers. At just 23, she was one of the most talked about influencers in Mumbai. Every photo she posted got thousands of likes. Every brand wanted her face. Yet behind the camera flashes and perfect filters was a girl drowning silently in loneliness. Her father, a powerful businessman, was always busy chasing profits. Her mother had long left for another life. And Arushi, despite her designer clothes and lavish parties, felt like a puppet, trapped in a golden cage. That evening, she had fought with her father again. He wanted her to promote one of his company's new projects, something she didn't believe in. She wanted to support a charity for orphans, but he had laughed it off. "You don't understand business, Arushi. People don't care about kindness. They care about results." Those words stung. Angry and hurt, she grabbed her car keys and drove into the storm. The rain poured heavily, blurring the city lights. Somewhere between her tears and the thunder, her car sputtered and died. The luxury car that always symbolized her pride now sat lifeless on an empty road. Her phone battery flashed 2%, then died too. No signal. No driver. No one around, and that's when she saw him. A boy drenched from head to toe, pedaling a worn-out bicycle, with a delivery bag hanging off his shoulder. His clothes were old, his shoes torn, but his eyes, they carried warmth. He slowed down beside her and asked gently, "Madam, is everything okay?" Arushi looked at him and sighed. "No, my car broke down. And now my phone's dead." "Great." The boy parked his bike under a tree, wiped his hands on his shirt, and said, "Don't worry, I know a mechanic nearby." "But it's late, he might have closed." "You can wait in that tea stall across the road, I'll check for help." She frowned, hesitated, but something about his tone felt genuine. She followed him. They crossed the muddy street, and he led her to a small roadside tea stall. The smell of cardamom and the warmth of the fire felt oddly comforting. He spoke to the stall owner, ordered a cup for her, and handed it with a shy smile. "Here, have this. You'll feel better." Arushi, unused to such simple gestures, took the cup. "Thank you," she whispered. He smiled. "I'm Rihan." She looked at his delivery bag. "You're a food delivery boy?" He nodded. "Yes. I work double shifts to pay for my sister's college. She's the smart one in the family." That simple sentence struck something deep in her. Here she was, privileged, spoiled, and lost, and there he was, smiling despite having so little. After a few calls and half an hour, he managed to get a mechanic to the spot. He even offered to pay for the tea when she realized she didn't have cash. Her wallet was in the car. "It's okay," he said, waving her off. "You can return it some other day. Good people don't always need receipts." That night, as the rain eased and her car came to life again, Arushi looked back through her window. Rihan was still there, smiling, waving, before riding off into the wet streets. For the first time in years, her heart felt something she hadn't felt in a long time: gratitude. A week later, Arushi couldn't shake the memory of that boy on the bike. She kept replaying his words in her mind. Good people don't always need receipts. So one morning, she set out to find him. She went back to that tea stall, asked around, and finally learned he delivered food in the nearby neighborhoods. When she found him again, he was helping an old man cross the street, holding an umbrella over the man while he got drenched himself. Arushi watched in silence, her heart swelling with emotion. When he noticed her, his face lit up. "Madam, your car's okay now?" She laughed softly. "Yes. Because of you." They sat at the same stall again. This time, she paid for the tea. As they talked, Arushi learned more about his life: how his parents had passed away young, how he'd raised his sister alone, how he dreamed of opening a small repair shop someday. Every story he told made her realize how self-absorbed she'd been, how disconnected from real life she'd become, and soon, something unexpected happened. Arushi began spending more time helping people like Rihan, small vendors, kids at shelters, struggling students. She even started a new campaign online, Kindness First, using her platform to share stories of ordinary heroes. It went viral. Millions watched, shared, and felt inspired. But when the press asked her what changed her, she simply said, "A boy on a bike taught me that true wealth isn't about money, it's about kindness." One evening, as her campaign received global attention, she returned to that tea stall again, this time to find Rihan packing boxes for his new business. She had helped him secretly through her foundation, but he didn't know. "You made this happen," he said, smiling. "Your campaign changed lives." Arushi smiled back, eyes glistening. "No, Rihan. You changed mine." As the sun set behind them, the scene faded. Two souls from different worlds, brought together by fate and kindness. A narrator, closing lines. She thought he was just a poor boy on a bike, but his act of kindness became the spark that gave her a new purpose and reminded the world that sometimes, the richest hearts were the simplest smiles. Soft music fades out, screen transitions to the end.